Hello, this is Joe from Nerd in Korea. Today we are talking rats. Rats in media are portrayed in many different ways. They can be cute, they can be scary, sometimes they can even cook. But with Vren at the helm, they're going to be a horde, that's for sure. This is Express Deck, so we're going through these Bracket 2 decks for fun and laid back games. They're all under $25 as of recording day, and we're going to talk about the important mechanics and give a rundown on what makes them tick. We are looking first at Bloomburrow. We're starting out looking at the dual-colored kindred commanders. Each dual-colored pair got its own kindred type in Bloomburrow and a commander for that type. Today we're looking at the Dimir, which is the rats. This deck specializes in pumping out tokens and clearing out the opponent's boards to take the win. Part 1, the Commander. This is Vren the Relentless. He's the Dimir Rat Kindred Commander from Bloomburrow. So let's take a quick look at him. He is 2 blue-black for this legendary Rat Rogue, 3/4. Okay, as a start, but he has Ward 2. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. This is huge. Any recursion decks, just offline as soon as your commander hits the battlefield. At the beginning of each end step, create X11 black rat creature tokens with. This creature gets +1/+1 for each other rat you control, where X is the number of creatures your opponents controlled that were exiled this turn. So every end step, not just yours, every single end step. So he cares about taking out your opponent's creatures, sending them to exile, and getting a lot of big board of synergistic rats. Not too shabby. So let's do a deep dive on his abilities, because they are what make this deck really work. His first ability, Ward 2, better than nothing, I guess. Not great, but his second ability, any opponent's creatures get exiled when they die, just does so much. Against the right deck, this is just a nightmare. Again, those recursion decks are just offline as soon as your commander hits the battlefield. Just terrifying. One important note is that it doesn't matter who or how the creatures are destroyed, it will be exiled. So you don't need to do it. As long as it's done, you get your rat token at the end and they get exiled, no matter who does the destroying. This makes removal a lot more threatening. So this basically makes removal or creature removal for the whole board a lot more of a threat. His third and final ability makes rat tokens on each end step equal to the number of exiled creatures by anyone. So that's pretty huge. Each rat token gets +1/+1 for each other rat you control. So as you're making more of these, they keep making each other stronger. There's basically like an anthem effect that they get from each other, out of control very fast. The deck price right now is $24.77. The objective is to keep shutting down your opponent's boards to create a horde of rat tokens and swarm them. That's it. This is all about swarming with rats. The deck list is on Moxfield. There's a link for it in the description. You may want to make a copy and update to cheapest if the price is above $25. Part 2, the key cards. This is what makes the deck work. So we have these divided into 3 groups. I'm just going to go over them quickly. A few of the important cards. There's a lot more. You can check out on the deck list on Moxfield. So we've got our first is Kindred. Second, Removal. Important in every deck. Way more important in this deck. And Threshold. If you've got 7 or more cards in your graveyard, you have Threshold, and that activates other abilities. So Kindred, we've got Lord Skitter's Butcher. It's our first one. This 2/3 rat creature has a versatile entering effect, or effects I should say. You can create a 1/1 rat creature token that can't block. If you've got lots of rats already, this might be very helpful. Sack a creature, scry 2, draw 1. Very nice in black especially. We don't mind sacrificing a creature. And all creatures gain menace until, all your creatures gain menace until end of turn. So that could potentially be a finisher right there. Next up is Karumanix the Rat King for 1 black. This 3/3 rat creature has 2 main abilities that work well in this deck. He gives all of the rats Toxic 1, meaning that they do damage and give 1 poison counter. Remember, 10 of those and the player's out. And he has an ETB, you get to look at the top 5 cards of your library. you can reveal all rats and put them into your hand, the rest on the bottom of your library. So kind of get your typo going, or kindred going, whatever you want to call it. Piper of the Swarm next. For 1 and a black, he is a 1/3. He grants all rats menace, which is a really good start. He's not a rat himself. This is rare in this deck, but yeah. For 1 and a black, you can tap him and create a 1/1 rat creature token, or you pay 4, tap him, sacrifice 3 rats, gain control of any creature, including commanders. In Commander, this is a terrifying ability. You're going to be able to switch off a lot of other people's Commander decks doing this. Finally, we have Crypt Rats. For 2 and a black, this 1/1 is a board wipe, basically in creature form. For each black mana you put into this, you get a 1 damage to every creature, every player, everything on the board, including yourself, including all of your creatures. Now we are going to talk about the removal. Consumed by Greed is a 3 mana instant that forces an opponent to sacrifice their most powerful creature. You can also gift a card, making it recursion from your graveyard back to your hand for 1 creature. Very nice little combo. Next up is Tragic Slip. For only 1 black mana, this instant gives a masses -13/-13 as long as another creature has died that turn. Not hard to do. -13 is going to take out pretty much anything on the board as well. And Archfiend of Depravity. This is actually 3 black, 5 mana creature, a 5/4 demon that forces all opponents to sacrifice all but 2 of their creatures on their end step. So it's like, if this and your commander are out, you're just going to get like a pile of rat tokens every turn that you can just swing at them with, and they've only got 2 creatures to block with. So if you've got Menace, then oh boy, this weakens them while giving you the massive advantage. This can be one of your win cons right here. Finally, we have Swarmyard Massacre. This is a 5 mana sorcery that will likely be a one-sided board wipe. It gives -1/-1 to all creatures that are not, let's see, insect, rats, spiders, or squirrels for each of those that you have. So if you have 5 rats, this is -5/-5 to everything that isn't one of those. The downside is that if someone's playing a squirrel deck or something like that, this is not going to be effective at all. In most games though, you got your one-sided board wipe and you can just take the win. Finally, we're going to talk about Threshold. The first thing I want to mention is there's plenty of surveil in this to make your threshold easier. We've got ways to sacrifice, ways to get surveil to get more things in your graveyard, all kinds of fun stuff like that. So first of all, we have Mind Drill Assailant. For 2 black or red, or black or blue. This 2/5 rat creature allows you to surveil for 3 mana. 3 mana is a lot to surveil, but if you've got like 6 cards in your graveyard and you just need that 7th, this might be a good option. And as soon as you get Threshold, this becomes a 5/5 for 4 mana. Not too shabby. Now we have Shoreline Looter. 1 and a blue for this 1/1 rat creature that can't be blocked, and every time it does damage, you get to draw a card and discard a card, and once you have Threshold, you're just drawing a card. So this is great for loading up your graveyard, and then once your graveyard's loaded up, it's only a draw thing. Really nice. Persistent Marsh Stalker. Anyway, for 1 and a black, this 3/1 gets +1 for each other rat you control. So kind of basically the same thing your tokens do. Well, not minus the toughness, of course. And Threshold, whenever you attack with 1 or more rats, you can pay 3, 2 and a black, to pull this out of your graveyard, tapped and attacking. So it becomes almost like a combat trick that you get from your graveyard. Nice. Next we have Thought Chucker. For a 1 and a blue, this 1/3 has Threshold. For 2 mana, you can put a 1+1/+1 counter on it and draw a card. Only once per turn, sadly, but yeah. Once you have Threshold, this is just like an extra card per turn for 2 mana, and he keeps buffing himself. Nice little combo. This has been Vren the Relentless. If you guys like it, please hit like and subscribe. It makes a really big difference to little channels like ours, so if you could, it would be great. Anyway, take it easy.